Johns, Executive Director with Dress for Success Austin, and thank y'all so much for allowing me to present on behalf of Dress for Success, and thanks for just collecting the money so that you can then donate it to a nonprofit. What a fabulous idea. And that's how we are supported through, is through other community organizations like yours. So what we do at Dress for Success Austin, of course, we provide clothing, but what we really do is we help women get jobs or better jobs. And a lot of the women who do come to us, they have jobs, but they aren't necessarily making ends meet. They're not necessarily able to help their families survive. The majority of our clients are head of their household, over 66%. So they don't really know sometimes when they come to us that they need to earn at least like $34 an hour if they're taking care of someone, in their household. And most of all, I think the big thing that we do is we give them access to networks that they otherwise would not have access to. And I think, everyone in this room knows how important that is. We're all taught how to network. We have, our parents' friends, people we've met in other organizations. And a lot of the women may just be moving to Austin or may just be getting back into the workforce, so they don't have those networks. And we're giving them access to those networks. And I'll explain all how we do it. I'll try to hurry though, I know I'm late. But the big thing is that I'm in love with Dress for Success Austin. I've been there 14 years, in the executive director role for 6, and I know that it works because I've seen it firsthand over and over. And so I know that what we do is working, and it's really, really bringing women, to their self-defined success, and they're able to support themselves, support their families. Unfortunately, women, are still struggling, especially now in this political climate. They're socially marginalized, and we're denied equal access. Just to give y'all an example, women are still making 83% less of what men make, and then women of color are making even less, which is pathetic. But I can tell you that no matter what happens in our political environment or in the state legislature, that Dress for Success does empower women to make a difference in our community. We help lift them up, we support them no matter what, and we empower them to really be their best selves. We do this by providing 7 workforce development programs. And those workforce development programs meet women wherever they are in their career journey. So somebody could come to us with a PhD, or they could come to us with a GED. No matter where they are, we're gonna pick up wherever it is that they need us to help them, and we're gonna do it as many times as they need, so they can come back and use our services, an unlimited amount of time. So they know that once they come in, they have this huge network of support. And we all know how great it feels when we look and feel comfortable in our clothes. That's just the first step. That's the icing on the cake. And then they learn about all of our other services. Our Path to Employment mentoring program women work one-on-one, or men work with a woman over a 6-week period, 1 hour a week. They work on their LinkedIn profile, interview skills, resumes, cover letters, just general job searching, setting those SMART goals. And by the time they graduate, 80% of those women are getting jobs. And so that is a great, great program. It's done virtually or in person. But, we really make a point to match those people. It's like a matchmaking process, so that, they can really work together. Like if somebody wanted to go into a financial services field, we would try to find them a mentor who could work with them to get ahead in that field. We also help them by removing all those barriers: childcare, transportation, mental health services. We partner with a lot of other nonprofits, and so we know which resources that they might need. And we could spend a whole hour just making sure that they know how to get help. If somebody's living in their car or they're living in a shelter maybe, then they know, okay, this is what I need to do until I'm ready for a job search, but then I can go back to Dress for Success once I'm ready. We also help with financial education, job retention, leadership skills. We have an entrepreneurship program in case you do get laid off and you can have that side hustle to keep you going until then. And then we have a veterans program as well that meets 8 times a year. We've helped 18,000 women over the 21 years that we've been in business through 4 units of service each. So we want them to come back at least 4 times because our data shows that that's how they get successful. Let me tell you about Ladine. So she was one of our clients, was a client. She came to us pregnant. She was running from a domestic violence situation. Really didn't think that we would have any maternity clothes. Of course, we were able to help her. She got a great job. She felt just super confident in that job, kept working her way up. She went back to school. She owns her own business. She's now a nurse, just bought her first house. And guess what, y'all? She is now one of our board members. So, you know, there's so many stories like that. I could go on and on, but I see them come back 5 years later. You know, they're still taking care of all of these people. But, you know, I saw a woman the other day and she came back and she's like, I'm ready for a better job. Yeah. I need to get a promotion. What can I do here to help me do that? And of course, we're going to help her over and over. And she feels comfortable coming back to us. So 90% of our budget goes to our workforce development programs, and $10,000 would help 10 women through all of those 7 programs. And since 66% or over 66% are head of their household, that means that you could help 60 people, because studies show that if you help 1 woman out of poverty, she brings 5 people with her. We are a worldwide organization, but we don't receive any funding from that organization. We don't receive city, state, or federal funding. We do receive support from everyone in the community, like you all, and all of that funding stays in our community. And like I said, all of our services are free, but of course they're not free to deliver. So we do count on community support just to make sure that those programs are remaining there. We don't ever want to turn any woman away. We want to make sure we pay our staff well so they can live in Austin also. And we're up to 9 staff now. When I started 14 years ago, we had 2. We had like a $200,000 budget, and now we have 9 staff members and the 7 workforce development programs. So just know that when you support Dress for Success, you're supporting all women, anyone who identifies as a woman. And I'm going to say it again, women need our help now more than ever. We may feel helpless at times, but what we can all do is continue supporting women, empowering them, giving access to our networks, and educate them to be successful and economically independent. Y'all have any questions?
Thank you, ma'am.